Hello everyone, welcome back to ULTRAKILL while reading the Communist Manifesto. I am on to Claire de Lune for this one, so it should be a relatively simple, relatively clean level. The weapons with which the bourgeoisie felled feudalism to the ground are now turned against the bourgeoisie itself. But not only has the bourgeoisie forged the weapons that bring death to itself, it has also called into existence the men who are to wield those weapons, the modern working class, the proletarians. In proportion as the bourgeoisie, i.e. capital, is developed, in the same proportion, high V2, is the proletariat, the modern working class, developed, a class of labourers who live only so long as they find work, and who find work only so long as their labour increases capital. These labourers, who must sell themselves piecemeal, are a commodity, like every other article of commerce, and are consequently exposed to all the vicissitudes of competition, to all the fluctuations of the market. Owing to the extensive use of machinery and to the division of labour, the work of the proletarians has lost all individual character, and, consequently, all charm for the workman. He becomes an appendage of the machine, and is only the most simple, most monotonous, and most easily acquired knack that is required of him. Hence, the cost of production for a workman. Oh. Oh, come on. Okay, fine, I'll fight you properly. There we go. Where was I? The cost of production of a workman is restricted, almost entirely, to the means of subsistence that he requires for maintenance, and for the propagation of his race. I think... oh, delightful. I think I am going to do the next one as well. But the price of a commodity, and therefore also of labour, is equal to its cost of production. In proportion, therefore, as the repulsiveness of the work increases, the wage decreases. Nay more, in proportion as the use of machinery and division of labour... What? Hello, friend? Where was I? Division of labour. Increases, in the same proportion, the burden of toil also increases, whether by prolongation of the working hours, by the increase of the work expected in a given time. Come on. Guys, please. Where was I now? In given time. Or by increased speed of machinery, etc. Modern industry has converted the little workshop of the patriarchal master into the great factory of the industrial capitalist. Who's there? You. Hi. Where was I? Masses of labourers crowded into the one factory are organised like soldiers. As privates of the industrial army, they are placed under the command of a perfect hierarchy of officers and sergeants. Where are you? You're there. Hello. Where was I? Placed under officers and sergeants. Not only are they slaves of the bourgeois class and of the bourgeois state, they are daily and hourly enslaved by the machine. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. By the overlooker, and, above all, by the individual bourgeois manufacturer himself. The more openly this despotism proclaims gain to be its end and aim, the more petty, the more hateful, and the more embittering it is. The less skill and exertion of strength implied in manual labour, in other words, the more modern industry exploits the workers. What? Who's there? What? There we go. The more modern industry becomes developed, the more is the labour of men superseded by that of women. What? Aww, I missed one. Oh well.